Hi friends, it's Audrey from Odds and Ends and welcome. Okay, don't lie to yourself like I lied to myself today. I'm just gonna go to Hobby Lobby for one roll of colored duct tape. Although I think these are art project tapes. But I'd seen several videos stating that they were 50% off, and I'm like, well, I need a green one for my Wizard of Oz journal because I think I'm just going to do simple green duct tape the spine to cover where I'm going to redo it. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go get one roll of green duct tape. Well, I went to the Hobby Lobby by my work, which I absolutely hate. There's never anything on sale. Anything you're looking for is not in stock, and I spend very little money there, which I guess is a good thing, but it's not really because I bought 2 rolls of duct tape there, and I bought, now let's see, which ones were they? I bought this one because it's adorable. It's got the campers and the mushrooms. And how can you turn that down? You can't. Absolutely adorable. $1.49. These are regularly $2.99. So got that one. And then I got this one just because I didn't know if I was going to find another one. And I do need duct tape for something, and it really doesn't matter what the pattern is. So I picked it up just in case I didn't make it to the other store. But I'm like, this does not help me with my Wizard of Oz journal. Like, okay, it's early. I had went to the post office at work. For the first time ever, I walk in there and there's 2 clerks at the counter and no line. I'm like, wow, on Friday I waited an hour at the post office. So, work also. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, okay, it's not even the time that I got off. Let's go down to the other Hobby Lobby. So I drove through town, went to the other Hobby Lobby, and they had all the duct tapes. So let me show you the colors. I got the green. This is the one I wanted because it matches this journal with no design. I mean, obviously, if it was a Wizard of Oz, it would be perfect, but since it's not, solid green works for me. Didn't have the right color pink, or I would have picked pink. I could have gotten purple, but I'm not really a purple girl. I got this one. Isn't that fun? It's gonna go really good with the retro paper I have. Got another shrooms. I got tie-dyed because who would I be if I didn't pick up the tie-dyed one? I got these froggies on lily pads. Oh my goodness, they're adorable. Do I need all this duct tape? No. $1.49. Am I getting it? Yes. Flowers. Ironically, camouflage. My house is green. So I figure I need repair around here. And the black and white happy flowers. Okay, got those. Got him some paint brushes. You don't need to see them. Very fine for models work. And then he needed the animals for Dungeons and Dragons. I'm like, do you want the medium-sized animals or you want the itty-bitty teeny ones? Now, the itty-bitty teeny ones are basically nickel size, between nickel and quarter, tiny, so they'd be smaller than the action figures. Okay, I'm going to call them action figures because that's, they're not dolls. They're little models for, you know what I mean. Or do you want the ones that are bigger that are like 10 times the scale of what the people are? Well, he was sleeping. I was annoyed. Called from 2 different Hobby Lobbies, didn't answer, made me decide. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get you the medium ones. And he got the safari ones. And the wilderness ones. And yes, there's like 2 of each. This is like Noah's Ark, but I did get it from Hobby Lobby, so what do I expect? But Anyway, he's got a whole list of animals he wants. And I went into Michael's because the other thing I was looking for, they didn't have it. And they didn't have it there either. So I went and looked, and I'm like, I know they have the red tubes of animals here, because I don't remember who used to carry the red tubes of animals. And Michael's has them, but they're more of a square tube. But they want $14.99 per tube. Well, these are $4.99, and you probably get more in this package than you do in the tube. And while they have a little bit more selection, there's no way I'm paying $14.99 for those. It's 3 times higher. Even if I had a 50% off coupon, it's still not worth it. They're not getting my money for that, you know? Gotta shop around, gotta know the prices. That's just crazy talk. And Michael's is 3/4 of a mile away from Hobby Lobby, so it's not like I went out of my way. Then, because it's Monday, and I always stop into Savers on my way home, it's literally on my way home, I saw this book. And it's the Fairy Tale Jigsaw book. Now, it is not perfect. The spine is a little bit ripped here and ripped there, and it is missing one piece. Let me just go up a little bit higher so we can see this whole thing. Okay, here's my... And of course the light's gonna have a glare on it. I do apologize. But this book is so cute. It has a fairy tale story and a puzzle. And you just pop the pieces out. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I can make this a journal, but this is the only piece it's missing right there. And it's basically a black piece with maybe a flower in it. It's no big deal. I mean, yes, we all want it pristine, but for a used book, I am amazed. And it's not in a wrapper or anything. I mean, it could have lost it when they donated it. It could have been lost for years. I don't know. But we've got unicorns and fairies, and mice and fairies, and the Fairy Queen's ruby pendant, and Elfrin and the baby bluebird, and the dragon's tail, and the story is the Fairy Queen. What were the other first two? It's Lost in the Forest, and they're bunnies. And this one, the Royal Jewelers. I just love this. The little girl in me loves this. And then I spotted this Time Life book series. I think it's Time Life. I could be wrong. Hang on. Let's see who makes this. H.S. Stutterman Incorporating Publishers. Originally published in the United Kingdom in a weekly part as the Unexplained Mysteries of the Mind in Space. This is a study of the paranormal, mystical, and psychic phenomenon commonly known as the supernatural. And there are at least 26 volumes, and I got 10 of them because that's all they had, or I would have bought more. Savers, if you buy 4 books, you get the 5th free. Well, if you are on Monday, it's 50% off that. So I got 11 books, regularly these were $3.99, 10 at $3.99, and 1 at $4.49, and I spent $18 with tax. Very happy with myself, yes. So, I'm not going to do total flip throughs through this. We're just going to skim. But we've got space and moon, and each one of these, the miracles of the Virgin, Every Man is a Superman. Is Death a Dream? Beyond the Brain. There's so much cool stuff in these. I'm going to read them. And then I am going to use them, cut them up. I know you're going to say don't, but it's not a complete set. And if they're not a complete set, I tend to use them. But I am going to read them because, well, a lot of these mysteries may have been solved by now. A lot of them haven't. And let's see, when were these published? 1992. But The Riddle of Robin Hood. Symbols, Signs, and Ceremonies. Rights and Wrongs. Jack the Ripper. Was it Jack the Ripper? Yeah. Yeah, Jack. Couldn't remember. Priest in the Pentagram. Out of curiosity, your neighborhood blowing up fireworks left and right, and I get it if it's Friday or Saturday. I live in that kind of neighborhood that they are going to do illegal fireworks, but they're driving my dogs nuts. They're not scared of them. They just want to get the people setting them off or catch the fireworks. It doesn't scare them at all, but they bark at them. And I'm so tired of listening to them bark. I get more scared because the dogs start barking behind me, next to me, than I ever do by the fireworks. But these are so neat. And yeah, I could have just picked one or two. But I wanted them all because I want to read them all. I'm such a nerd. Science is our friend. But yeah, they're... We got astrology and the Mayan temples, and so neat. And I love the vintage looking photos, and I know they're not vintage, but they're 70s. Yeah, I'm older than that. I'm almost vintage. I love these though. Anyway, yeah, there's 10 of them, and I figured they'll be perfect for creepy 13 art pieces. Or a scientific journal, or just fun. And some kind of gruesome things, but that's okay. It's all in the name of science, right? Kind of reminds me of Frankenstein right now. But yeah, anyway, there's 10 in total. I love them, and I just move things around to put books on a bookshelf, and it looks like I'm gonna have to move around again, find room for these. I'm trying not to block my supplies. It's so hard. But I think once my dollhouse is put together, I will have more room. But anyway, listen to me ramble. It's Monday. I ramble on Mondays. Well, have a wonderful Monday, everyone. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.